Hey guys, well, I'm gonna try to do a Valentine's Day look. We'll see how this goes. But my sister sent me this palette. This is not a new ColourPop palette, but it's one that I actually have eyed and not picked up, just for the mere fact that I have so many palettes and I talked myself out of it and then they discontinued. But she found it and she sent it to me and I'm so thankful she did. It is such a beautiful palette, if you can't tell. So gorgeous. It's the Midnight Masquerade and Disney ColourPop collab. So absolutely gorgeous. Just so many beautiful shades in here, and I thought it would be perfect. Sorry if I'm blinding you. I thought it would be perfect for a beautiful Valentine's Day look. So let's see what we can do with it. Okay, I'm gonna take this shade right here. I'm gonna try not to blind you with this, but I can't promise. I'm gonna take this shade right here. It's called Damsel. Why I'm trying to read upside down, I don't really know. And I'm just gonna put that in the crease. I'm gonna try to do something very simple, easy, a little pink, but a little neutral too. I want this to be a wearable, anybody can do it look. So I just blended that through the crease. I'm not taking a whole lot of time with it. I'm just kind of going. I'm just going. I'm gonna take this shade here, and it's called Gaston, however you say it. I'm a hick and I always say things incorrectly. And I'm just kind of patting this in this outer corner. Since we're talking about Valentine's Day, a fun fact is my husband and I, one of our very first dates, he took me to see the new Beauty and the Beast movie. And that's when we had our first kiss. So we've not been together all that long. When I say new, I just mean like the actual movie, not the cartoon. And actually on February 27th, we will be together 5 years total. That's not married, that's just together. I'm gonna take just a tiny bit of this shade here. It's called Quasimodo. And I'm just gonna barely dip in, but I'm just deepening this just a bit. Pretty. I like that together. Okay, so the next shade I'm going into is this one here. It's called Jolly, but it's spelled different than just like Jolly. And this is going just kind of right next to that deepest shade. And then I'm gonna take Spinning Wheel, which is the lightest shade. I'm just gonna take it on my finger, and that's going on this inner portion. And that's all I'm doing right now. Kind of simple, nothing too intricate. So I know I've been using this a lot lately, and I apologize, but I don't apologize because I really like it. But it's the Natasha Denona Macrotech eye crayon in the shade Burgundy, and I just really love this. It's just beautiful. So what I'm gonna do with this, I was only gonna use this in the beginning, no eyeshadow. And I'm gonna show you what I was gonna do with just this, with nothing else. So I'm gonna kind of start with a wing-ish. And then I'm just going to take a liner brush and I'm just going to kind of smudge that a bit. So I just made a wing with this. It's pretty simple. Back to the palette just a second. I'm going to take this Gaston shade on my liner brush and I'm just going to kind of smudge that so it's not so super harsh. So just the slightest difference, just a little bit of a smudge over here, blending. I didn't do this one, is what I was telling you. Perfect. And I just clean up the wing with a makeup wipe, you know, just sharpen it up. That makes it easier. Haven't used this in a minute, so I'm going to use it. It's the Hard Candy Hydrating Primer. I need my pores filled in just a bit, so I'm going to use this She Glam Birthday Skin Primer. So I'm trying to make this an affordable, I didn't say that at the beginning, but I'm trying to do all affordable makeup. Although Natasha Denona was not affordable. An alternative, I just don't have the shade that I needed, but an alternative to the Natasha Denona pencil would be one of the NYX Epic Wear pencils, and I will find that and link it below along with the Natasha Denona in case you're interested, but I'll find that and link it so that you know what I'm talking about. But that would be a good option from the drugstore. I just didn't have it on hand to use today. So that being said, let's keep going. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild Dewy Photo Focus. I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me. This is the foundation, but I got a deeper shade. I got the shade Toffee Caramel to use for contour. I'm going to use the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer. I have the shade Light Nude. I know this isn't drugstore, but I love this so much. This is the She Glam, I'm gonna spill it. The She Glam Liquid Blush in Risky Business. I love this. It is the most beautiful shade, like Dusty Rose. So I'm gonna use that. It is affordable though. A good alternative would be like maybe an e.l.f. Putty Blush or a Milani Cheek Kiss Cream. Just use what's in your collection. Don't go buy new makeup. I know that I buy a lot, so that like is a bad, coming from me, that's like really, but at the same time, like, you don't need to buy as much as I do. Nobody needs to buy as much as I do. But use what's in your collection. Don't go feel like you have to go buy more. If you want to, go for it. Absolutely. I'm gonna put just a little bit more on. If you want to buy more, go for it. But don't feel like you have to. Don't waste money when you've got a great makeup collection that you can use. Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to come up to you and be like, did you use a designer foundation or did you use a drugstore foundation? Because usually when somebody comes up to you and they compliment your makeup and they're like, oh my gosh, your makeup looks so good, and if you tell them, hey, I got this at the drugstore and it's, you know, $5 or $6 or whatever, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, really? They're going to like that so much better than if you just say, oh, this is a high-end something and, you know, it costs a whole lot of money and, you know. And if you want to wear high-end something, do it. I'm not discouraging that either. I'm just telling you, you don't have to. I'm going to do my best to take my own advice too. And I'm going to use my e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I love my Halo Glow. It is such a good powder, but especially with the Wet n Wild foundation, even better. So, just FYI. Keeping with kind of like a glowy theme, I'm going to use my Revlon Skin Lights bronzer, and it's in the shade Prismatic. It's not in the shade Prismatic. It's in the shade Sunlit Glow. It's a prismatic bronzer. That's what it is. I'm losing it, y'all. Losing it. I'm going to take a little bit of this e.l.f. bite-sized duo in Spiced Apple, and I'm going to take a little bit of the blush and use it for blush. It's not a perfect match for the pink, but I think it's still pretty. I'm also going to take just a tiny bit of pomegranate, which is like a deeper pink. I'm not doing it to add more blush. I'm just trying to bring out a little bit of pink. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use the Milani Baked highlighter in Dolce Perla. This is almost like a little bit of a pink undertone. You can't really, it doesn't show up very well, and it doesn't show like bright pink or anything. It's just a tiny bit of a pink, in my opinion. So I really like this. I'm going to use it. For brows, I did kind of my norm. I did the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, the Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen, and Essence Make Me Brow. Okay, I'm back to the palette. I'm going to take, actually first, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to take the liner, and like I said, NYX would be a great option, an alternative for this one. And then I'm going to take it all along the bottom lash line too. So let me do it and I'll show you. So I just put it along the lash line and in the waterline. So if I was just doing liner, I would just do the liner here in the lash line, waterline, and then the wing, and kind of smudge it a little bit, and that would be it. That would be all I did. Then going back to the palette, I'm gonna take this shade here called Gaston, and I'm gonna take that liner brush that I had before, and I'm gonna smoke that along the liner. Then I'm gonna take just a little bit of that shade that I put in my crease, Damsel, and I'm just gonna smoke that out a little bit. I'm gonna use my Milani Dangerous Lengths mascara. However, my favorite drugstore mascara, and one that I forgot in my favorites of 2021, was the Maybelline Sky High, and I have an unopened one that's like right here in front of me, but I've not opened it just for the fact that I have like a ton here, and I'm trying to get through them a little bit. I honestly need to throw some away. They've been opened a little too long, but I'm just trying to get through some. But I'm going to use the Milani Dangerous Lengths today. So then I put on the NYX XXL Lingerie XXL in Expose Me, and that's what I've got on my lips, and I really like it. It's a very comfortable formula, and there's also a lot of different colors, so if you don't like this color, you can always find something else more your style, you know. If you wanted to go with a more nude lip, that would be totally fine too, so that the eyes aren't clashing, but I'm going more kind of monochrome a little bit. So yeah, this is my take on a Valentine's Day look. So whether you want to celebrate it with your significant other, or if you're wanting to celebrate it with a girlfriend, or not celebrate it at all, you can always do this look because it's kind of like a classic. So I truly love a good look like this. I do. I really, really do. And I was thinking I could probably get this look with not only this palette, since it's not available anymore, you could also, my Sigma Rosy eyeshadow palette. I mean, this basically has the shades I used in there. So you could basically do it with this. My ring keeps getting hung on. So you could do it with that. Or, I mean, there's tons of palettes out there with these shades. It's not like it's going to be hard to find. They're not super, super unique. They're kind of run-of-the-mill. So, I just really enjoy a good little burgundy pink moment sometimes. And, yeah, so I've enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. I hope that you enjoy your Valentine's Day. I really don't like the holiday itself. Even if I am married, I'm still not a crazy person about it, because it's just another day. Just another day. So my mom and dad's anniversary is actually February 12th. They got married that day. So that holds more significance for me than Valentine's Day. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that it was fun to watch, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're staying safe, happy, and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.